moved into the centre 3 years ago. Before that we were in a much smaller space in the main building, and it's really transformed what Art for Space has been able to do. Since moving into the centre, we've been able to develop training courses, a volunteer programme and offer classes.
Here we have a great example of an Art for Space fundraising event. It was done on the 11th of the 11th, 11 people, our volunteers, mosaic for 11 hours, and we raised money to buy a kiln. The notice board is great for the community now because they can see what services we've got on offer. So at the moment there's the community garden, we've got the mosaic classes, the course and the free art club for local residents.
The training course was fantastic because I was able to get hands-on experience as well as being able to see how a community arts project is run. It was able to show me how to apply for funding, the different areas, the many areas that community arts can then be part of and how it affects community.
I've been working with Art for Space for 5 months. I joined on a 3-month intern programme and I'm continuing for another 3 months. It's been interesting to learn how a community arts organisation works and different aspects of funding, things associated with social enterprise.
I found out about Art for Space just whilst going on my day-to-day, everyday life, and then I saw an advertisement for it in, I think it was in a newspaper, read up about it, emailed in, got some good feedback, and I was like, yeah, let me try and go for this course, and I came along.
I want you to practice tearing, squishing with your clay, raw like that. I want you to practice digging things into the clay. There's loads of objects on the table and I want you to do some mark making.
Art is really fun and you get to learn something really new that you never learned before, and it's just amazing.
Really great because you can make anything. You can make textiles or mosaic, and today we're doing clay. So yeah, I made a face.
For the last 2 years I've been running an evening class every Tuesday night, and it's open to anyone, and what I love about it is people that come through the doors, they say work in offices or work in businesses, and this is their kind of creative outlet.
Ali's a great teacher. I came with absolutely no skill in mosaic whatsoever. Don't even know how to hold the clippers. But she, gave us great lessons on everything from the history of mosaics through to different cutting techniques. So, learning to cut different shapes and use different materials, everything from glass to ceramics. And really just kind of give her artistic guidance on, how to best approach a project, because it can be really, really daunting if you don't know where to start out.
Art for Space is a local community organisation based in Stockwell, and they make amazing huge mosaics in schools and local public areas, gardens. All about bringing the community together and making something beautiful for everyone to enjoy. From really old to really young, everyone can get involved and make something they feel proud of, so it's good for regeneration of the area and making people feel proud of where they live, giving people a sense of pride in that area.
They reach an audience and a group of people where they naturally are.
So here we are in the Art for Space studio, and we've been involved this weekend with the Stockwell Studios open house. It's Saturday and we're at the end of another very busy, successful open studios, and we've been doing an art installation, asking people to tell us what you think about Art for Space.
Art for Space is a community arts organisation. It's based basically here in Stockwell Studios. It's essentially somewhere where everybody no matter what their background, can come and get involved in everything from ceramics to mosaics. And also there's a massive garden around the back here which has been landscaped so that it's incorporating, trying to get lots of more different wildlife that used to be here.
This is Stockwell Studios garden attached to the back of the Art for Space premises, and we use this garden a lot in our workshops. It's a great resource, so we'll do environmental workshops. We use the food growing and the beekeeping. We've got a pond which has really brought about some amazing drawings from the children in workshops.
In 2010, St Luke's Primary School in Queen's Park contacted Art for Space and brought us in to create a mural for their playground. The project involved the whole school, the local wider community and inset training for teachers. The project was such a success that the school decided to raise funds to do another mural for the other end of the playground, the infants' playground.
We wanted to do something to improve the playground, but at the same time to bring the parents and the children and the local community together. I think it's had a really positive impact. From just the first consultation with Art for Space, everything was organised, thinking about things that we didn't consider having, so having our teacher inset, running a session for parents at the church with their children and people from the local community. It really did bring everybody together. And even still, when we bring visitors into the school, we show them our mosaic walls and they're really impressed.
My favourite bit was cutting up the pieces to make the different shapes.
I enjoyed the cutting of it and making the shapes.
I liked when we got our mosaic and we drew it.
I felt proud and happy.
Art for Space in Stockwell came up to North London and were able to do what nobody else locally could do, which is organise children who were not always the easiest group to organise. And they provided inspiration and kindly guidance, and it became a community project in which we had dozens of children at any one time and quite a number of adults who joined in. The masonry was done by some friendly bricklayers, and it meant that we were able to get the whole project together, and it was a fairly straightforward exercise, but only because we had good artistic direction.
So here we are at the Talika benches, and as you can see, we're giving it a retouch of paint. It's a very loved, well-used bench, so every 2 or 3 years we come and repaint it. So we had 400 participants helping with this local bench, and it was all mixed ages from the local community. We worked with 2 secondary schools. My favourite part of this project was when we set up our community day. And for the community day, in the park here, we set up a gazebo and we had the mosaics and ceramics out, and it was an open access day where everyone could come and join and do their bit. So this is a fantastic example of an Art for Space community project. Here we have the mosaic for the Larkhall Children's Centre. This is a local project at Stockwell Studios. Our premises are just around the corner. People talk about this mosaic because it depicts the life of the families that use this children's centre, and it was also about aspirations and dreams. So some of the images, for example, are about what they use the centre for. All these ideas come from the community, and then we piece them together into a composition, so the participation point is very important. And then the next process is to turn it into mosaic, and then the celebration on the wall. I think genuine engagement in community arts is empowering because it brings communities together and develops skills and transforms life through the arts, and really has a direct impact on their environment. Not only is this a wonderful piece for them to see, it's a landmark, but it's about bringing that community together. Inside Out embrace the concept of earliest memories. And the reason we were thinking about earliest memories is because Stockwell Studios is an old maternity hospital, and we were thinking about birth. This sparked the imagination of earliest memories. And to record this, we did these bricks. And a lovely example here is my first memory is when I was a little egg, and this was Marlon, age 4. My earliest memory is Round and Round the Bar, age 86, Betty Mullins. Art for Space was formed in 1999 by the business partners. The collection of our skills, experience and knowledge coming from different backgrounds. Ellie came from a sociology background, myself from a community arts and education background. With these skills, our passion and determination is what has made our business today.